first fruits. He maybe he did his offering to the priest, but he also brings something to the prophet. Maybe he shared in it with the prophet. Give it to the people to eat, said Elisha. But his servant asked, how am I to set 20 loaves before 100 men? So we probably have these small loaves of bread, and 20 loaves may have been a lot for this guy to bake, but there's 100 men here. We're not quite sure who they are. Maybe they were the group that was known as Sons of the Prophets, or basically there was a school or a training for people that wanted to learn what it meant to be a prophet. They may not have had may not have been gifted, but they were called sons of the prophets. So, it says, give it to people who eat, said Elisha, for this is what the Lord says. They will eat and have some left over. So 20 small loaves, 20 loaves of bread for 100 or maybe over 100 people. And not only they're going to be able to eat their fill, but there's going to be some left over, according to Elisha the prophet. So he set it before them, and they ate and had some left over according to the word of the Lord. Now, what's interesting is the prophet speaks the word of the Lord. Sometimes the word of the Lord is the actual messenger, or what we call the angel Lord, which was pre-incarnate Christ. But Elisha's given this message to give these barley loaves to these men, and that it will feed them. Now, so similar to what's happening here in Mark. We go to Mark 8. In those days, the crowd once again became very large, and they had nothing to eat. And Jesus called the disciple to him and said, I have compassion for this crowd. So, I remember this. Compassion means with suffering. He's has empathy with his crowd because they have already been with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. So if they brought food, they probably finished it up, but instead of going back for more, I guess they have stuck around. It says, if I send them home hungry, they will faint along the way, for some of them have come a great distance. So, some of these people are not nearby residents. His disciples replied, we're in this desolate place. We're out in the middle of nowhere. Could anyone find enough bread to feed all these people? So Jesus asked, how many loaves do you have? 7, they replied. So, they've probably learned from the feeding of the 5,000. So before they went to say, how about where we get the money to go buy bread, they looked around and see what resources they had. At least they've come that far. They've matured that far. And he instructed the crowd to sit down on the ground. Then he took the 7 loaves, gave thanks, and broke them, and gave them to his disciples to set before the people, kind of like Elisha telling his servant to set the barley loaves before the 100 hungry men. It says they also had a few small fish. And Jesus